Hey, everybody. Welcome to this special edition of the Best Soccer Show, or the Best Soccer Informational. Jared, you're a manager. You tell me, how would you...
Confessional?
Not a confession. Come on. What do you got? Something to confess? Is there something you need to tell the people?
A lot of things to confess, but nothing regarding this show.
You didn't be absolved of
I
something?
confessed something to you just before we went live.
What'd you say?
I think I've watched one MLS game that's not a Galaxy this season so far. Highlights. I love the highlight show. It makes it so I don't have to watch the games anymore.
It's why you're in such a great mood these days, watching all those Galaxy games, watching the joy that is the LA Galaxy.
I mean,
oh man,
it's tough
Jared,
times, man.
Do you have an open letter that you would like to publish on this show tonight? Do you have anything you'd like to say to
I
Chris
have
Klein?
two open letters. F you. And it's addressed to Chris Klein.
That's well done. That's well done. I'm glad you got me to put the board up. Oh, it didn't work. Let me try that again. It didn't work.
That's my new drop.
Chris Klein. That's Chris Klein.
We lose some infrastructure, and the first thing to go down is the drop board.
It doesn't work, so that's Chris Klein. Every time it doesn't work, that's Chris Klein. It's not working, Chris Klein.
No, wait, that sounds way too Angel Harpy to be him.
No, it's more like a bonk. Okay, anyway, we are here. We got together. We haven't talked to people in a while. It's been a little
Yeah,
while.
there's been a little bit of a fluctuation, so things have been a little bit different for the last few weeks. So we want to address that and kind of let you know what's going on.
First of all, I'll just put it out there. The podcast version of the Best Soccer Show has not existed for a while. Not because we didn't make a show, or not because we didn't try to get it out there, but because our relationship with the people responsible for posting it to our feed broke down. We're not going to turn this into shoveling shit, right?
No. First of all, I want to thank, for people who don't know, this show for the last 2 years has been a device for Soccer Ventures, and it's been a good time for us. We've gotten paid to do the show we like for a few years now.
Yes.
They've supported the show. They believed in the show.
Yeah,
So
I got
thank
wined
you
and
to them.
dined. I got wined and dined in the beginning.
You got wined and dined?
I got taken out. Drinks.
I
were
got beard and
purchased for
fast
me.
fooded.
You got money in your pocket. That's what you got. No. We are thankful to For Soccer Ventures because we relaunched the show back after our hiatus, which I don't even know the timing. My brain doesn't work on the years, but we had a hiatus. We relaunched the show under a different name because we weren't even sure that we could take the Best Soccer Show name back. So we were JD and the Rod for a while. And I convinced Jared to come back and do the show, and that worked for a little while. But then For Soccer Ventures came along, and they said, "Hey, let's put out the show, and you're going to be the Best Soccer Show again." And they made that happen. So thank you to them.
And thank you to them because so far it's looking like they're going to allow us to continue to do that just without them. So thank you to them because it looks like we're going to be able to do this.
Allow us to go off on our own and be independent again. So.
Listen, I just happy there's no lawsuit coming.
As far as we know, we
Yes.
have not been served papers. We're not.
So
we're
far,
not
it's
being
looking
sued.
like they have been gracious enough to let us exit with the ability to do the show still.
Right.
So we really appreciate that. That's they didn't have to. It's a nice way for them to send us out the right way. And so there's a few things that we need to clarify what that means going forward.
Yeah. Okay. First and foremost, this is a video version because we're still not quite at the place where we can post the show in the audio format to our podcast feed, but we're working on that. And by the time we get done and this all gets posted, maybe that'll happen.
It's one of the number one things we still need to get addressed.
So I think one of the things I'll ask is if you are watching this on the video stream, if you're watching YouTube, I think that's pretty much the only places this is going to end up is on YouTube.
Yeah, well, they might see it on socials, but yeah.
Tell people that like the show that maybe listen to the podcast version, hey, go watch the YouTube video on the channel because that's where the information is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're independent again. We intend to continue the show. That's the headline right there.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going anywhere.
We should say that, huh?
Yeah, we should say that we're going to continue doing the show. And this is my opportunity here. We're going to continue doing it with Mr. Soup and Sausage, who's joining us right now because I just put him on the show. And there's Chris Klein again.
The Sausage King of Chicago.
It's an interesting new thing you've done.
I didn't mean to do that. But there he is.
So Nick has decided to stay on board with us as well. We wouldn't do it without him. Well, maybe we would, but we'd rather do it with him.
I
Wait,
appreciate
that doesn't sound right.
I'm just going to let that hang. You don't even get a drop.
Nick,
for
at least
that.
someone's willing to do it with you.
Oh, no.
How, what?
No.
Go to DEF CON 2.
No. That's bonus show material, my friend. Save it for
Can,
the
can we
bonus show.
can we make like a really high Patreon tier where there's a Nick cam that Pearson gets to watch, and every episode he's in a tank top,
Ooh.
just rocking the guns? It's the gun tier.
Oh man. Okay. So that there is going to be a Patreon. I mean, there already is a Patreon. Many of you already subscribe to it. We thank you for that. We are not at a place of making changes to that yet, but those are likely coming, right, Jared? I mean, that's something.
Yeah,
else
so
to be considered.
obviously one of the things we kind of address right now is that we were getting paid to do the show. You know, it was a very nice thing, a very good way to go about it. And the Patreon was all about getting Nick paid. Like really,
we were paying Jared's pool boy out of the show fund. So
well,
now
he has
he's
no
got,
well last month or so.
he's got to go. He's got to pay that guy. So we got to get some cash in the front.
Someone has to hug my wife. So we have. Let's be straight up with you. There's been a loss of income for this show for Jason and I, who were basically on salary, you know, for doing the show.
Is that what that was?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're getting paid.
sure.
Okay, not on salary. We actually were 1099. But
Well, not even that. We were getting paid per show, so I'm not.
we're getting paid per show. Yeah. So obviously that's going away. So what that means is that we want to continue to do the show. We don't want to do some kind of big cash grab, but realistically, we need to find a way to supplement some of
Our
that
wives
income
won't let
in
us
order keep
continue to
doing
do
it.
the show for nothing.
Yeah, basically. So what that means is obviously we have a decent little egg with the Patreon that we have right now. That's nice, but we are going to try to find a way to make that something that can offset and
Simplest way to put this is that we need to bring more money in, and we're going to be talking about making changes to the Patreon and all that stuff. Some of
Yeah.
you have been very generous with your money, and we appreciate that. And hopefully you'll continue to follow us. And yeah, and you know, again, some of this is about us and our work that we put in. Some of it's about making sure that Nicky Soup and Sausage gets a cut for what he does, because he does a lot of legwork to make the show work. We don't take live phone calls if Nicky Soup and Sausage is not here. So I'm guessing that a lot of people are going to be happy to support us, and we want to thank you ahead of time and just let you know things are coming, right? That's it.
and there is a freeing aspect of this for Jason and myself and Nick, in that we have the opportunity to be a boutique show for a catered audience. You know, we don't have to be everything to everybody. You know, that's not what this show needs to be about.
I really
It's
want a
about-
business card that says the best soccer show, a boutique show for a catered audience. I just wanted that one.
But listen,
down.
that's what this needs to be. Like, there is a hardcore element of fans who love this show that we want to engage with and cater to more. You know, like,
Yeah.
So one of the things we're going to ask from you guys is give us some feedback. What do you
What-
want?
yeah, tell
more
us
of?
what you want.
We
Tell
don't
us what you
need
want.
to do 4-4-2 versus 4-3-3 double pivot analysis. Like, someone else can do that. Because honestly, I almost fell asleep saying that.
Every time we say the phrase expected goals on this show, Jared dies a little
God
bit
damn.
inside. Just a little part of
Especially
him
when you talk about
dies.
the Galaxy and how they are leading the league in expected goals that don't happen.
What is it's like if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it. If a expected
Are we really
goal,
are we gonna waste 2 seasons of Ricky Puig and 2 seasons of Zlatan Ibrahimovic?
I mean,
Is that
and
what's
the
gonna
guy's-
happen?
The guy's name is Puig. He should be getting some better help. His name is Puig.
I know.
It's the best
So-
name in MLS.
So like we said, like there's an opportunity here. Like there's no filters. There's no one telling us, hey, do more of this, do less of this. We can give you the experience that you want, that you like from this show. So whatever we've been doing, just know that we want to dial that up even more, but we do want your feedback. So if you are a Patreon member right now and you are in the Slack, throw some ideas out there. We got the show stuff sub Slack out there. Get in there. Tell us, hey, what do you want more of? You want more games? You want less games? I hope you want more.
I
Do you
want more. I want more.
You want it to be
Nicholas
bluer? Do you want it to be bluer? Because I can go bluer.
Dialed up Dubois, dialed up Davis. on
And
the
if you're
Best
not in the
Soccer Show.
Slack, you can also comment on YouTube. If you're not,
Yeah.
if you're not a supporter, which
Yeah.
Yes.
we don't know why you're
Yes.
not,
Right
leave
down
a
here.
comment.
Yes. Well, no, yeah, and tell us, hey, what would get you to maybe help us out a little bit with the Patreon, and obviously get some. What would you want for the money that you send us to support the show? Like, those things are important. Like, this is all about feedback
Because here's the thing.
and everything else.
You know that when the U.S. has never missed a World Cup when the Best Soccer show's on the air, right?
It's a fact.
We
It's a
made that
fact.
happen 2 years ago.
We made that happen.
This
Right.
last 2 years, that's us. Do you
You're
really want us to go away? Do you want to take that
You're
chance? Hey,
Yes.
look at me, fucker. Do you want to take that chance?
Do you want to miss the 2026 World Cup? Come on now.
Dang it, I forgot we're already in. There's got to be a way we can.
Man. No, but it's true. We can already promise you. We can tell you right now that the United States will not miss the World Cup as long as the Best Soccer Show is on the
Do you
air,
do you
right?
want to take the chance that Balogun may not join? That's on us.
Are we promising Balogun? We making a prom? If we'll have $150,000 tier if we can promise Balogun. Like I will get somebody with some cash to sign up if we can promise Balogun. You got a
Yeah.
number, Jared?
If we can get to a certain level,
Are you in those DMs over
I'll
there on
promise
Instagram?
it. Okay, how about this? Either if we hit a certain level, either we deliver Balogun or Jason shaves his beard. One of the two will happen.
You know
owes
what?
us anyway.
I could,
I
as
know.
much as there's a chance that I would be a single man after shaving my beard, I might be able to convince my wife to let me do it if we reach a certain number, a certain support
We just found our
level.
hook, baby.
I
Yeah,
think
we
we
did.
might have just found a
All right, well, you need to have
Nick,
a
hold
conversation
on,
with
hold on.
Kayla and say what that number
Nick,
is.
Nick in a tank top, Jason with
Whoa,
shaved
whoa,
face.
whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't agree to that.
I'll do a tank top.
You do a tank top on Tuesday for no reason.
Tank top Tuesday? To go with
along
Thirst
with
Calf
Thirst
Thursday?
Calf Thursday.
Yeah.
Thirst Calf Thursday. Which,
I never eat Thirst Calf back.
oh man. Okay. Is there any other business here that is important? I
things
feel like we're
things for
leaving.
people to remember. Things for people to remember. Right now, until we get the access to the podcast feed, best way to get anything we're going to do is subscribe on YouTube. Right now, down below, hit the subscribe button, and just know that that's where you're going to get the show in the
I mean,
short term.
honestly,
the goal is to.
The video shows the best version of the show anyway. You get to see how red Nick gets when
I
Jared
agree.
says something. You get to see Jared in a tank top occasionally or shirt
soon.
sleeveless at least. You get to see me, I don't know what, throw pins at the camera.
And I don't know that we said this yet, but just know that we are dedicated to making sure there's always a free element of the show.
Oh,
There's
sure
always
is.
going to be a free element to this show, whether it's on YouTube, podcast, something like that. You don't have to give us money to enjoy this show.
Oh, yeah, of
but if you
course.
do
We're-
want to support it, we're going to try to make sure that there are ways for you to do so in a manner
And look,
that
just
works.
like every other video and podcast thing on the internet in the world, if you either don't want to give us money or you can't give us money, which we completely understand, tell people about the show and write a review and tweet about it for no reason. Just say, that was a great show, Jason and Jared, Best Soccer Show. Tag the show account, which we do have control of now. We are back in control of all of our socials, so that's a thing as well. Anything else?
Oh, I thought it was just
Anything that
me.
we're missing? What?
Wait, you froze.
Yeah, he's back.
I did?
He's back
Yeah,
now.
so support the show so Jason can get a better connection.
I have a great connection. I pay for gigabit
Except
over
at
here.
6
What's
o'clock,
happening?
at 9 o'clock on Thursdays usually, but I guess it's happening at a different time tonight.
That's a shame. That's not a thing anymore.
That's the main thing, guys. It's just
That's
we
not
wanted
a
to give you guys an update. Regular show. Hopefully next week we can have a regular show. Get all you get the kind of things you normally get from us. We want to get back to that real soon, but we did need to do a little bit of business, a little bit of housekeeping, and try to make sure that when we start putting out content again, you can access it, you know where to get it, and that we have everything kind of set up for you all.
Yeah, you want us here, basically, is what we're saying.
I'd rather
You
do a
want us
show
here.
for 1,000 people that are passionate than 10,000 people that want us to talk about freaking pro rel. You know?
Yeah, okay. I agree with that. I was going to question you for a second there, but no, you're right. Yeah, and I want to. Yeah, I look. As much as soccer is important, it's serious business. Oh my God, soccer is the most important thing in the world. As much as I feel that, and I'm certainly passionate about this sport, it's my entire life, my entire career outside of my family. We want to have fun. We want to
Yeah.
make it fun, and we want
I wanna
your.
cuss.
Well, that too. Jared wants to say f-bombs for reasons I don't
I want
quite
to
get.
say more than
Do you cuss in
creative
front of your
F-bombs.
children? Do you curse? in front
No,
of
I'm
your
actually
small
I'm super prude.
Oh,
I'm
are
super
you?
prude in front of my
Not me.
kids.
I drop
Wow.
F-bombs. Sarah does
Well,
not
I
like
think
it.
they're getting to the point where it's happening occasionally. Not really f bombs, more other stuff, but like it's starting to because as I'm now I have a 13-year-old. Like I start to feel like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being real if I don't start getting a little bit of stuff out there. But I still got the 9-year-old out there. so
Oh,
I
you're
gotta be
saying
careful.
like he knows you're acting by if you don't curse a little bit. Because
Yeah,
that's
he
not
just
how
wants-
adults
keep
talk.
it real, Dad. No, he's never said that to me.
What is he in the 1980s anti-drug commercial? What's happening?
He dares me all the time to not do drugs.
Dad, keep it real.
By the way,
Dad.
real quick
I learned
content.
it from you.
How does Nick not know what Hey Dude is? In the Slack, you all, Nick
No.
admitted that he's
Okay.
never seen the show Hey Dude
Okay,
from
so
Nickelodeon in
there's-
the 90s.
Yes, respond if you know what Hey Dude is without looking it up. Tell us that. I'm curious about that, but also I think I think that maybe there's a future segment on this show. Maybe it's bonus content. Maybe it's something that people can spend a little money to get. Where and maybe Jared, you had this idea and we didn't follow through. I want to give Nick the title of a movie he's never seen, and then ask him to tell us what the plot of that movie is.
Yes, I like that. Also, down below on YouTube, when you're giving us your feedback on what you want to see from the new version of the independent show here, comment with your favorite all-time Nickelodeon show.
What are the contenders? Let's be real. What's
Okay,
what's
there's
the
a
contenders?
generational thing here.
There is
Okay,
100%. Yes.
You and I are going to be saying a very different thing. Like, you're not going to see Rocco's Modern Life in our list.
No.
Okay?
No.
For me, you can't do that on television.
Yeah. Okay.
Classic.
For sure.
Hey Dude, that's one of mine.
Okay.
And I would say, what was the sketch comedy show that was on there? All That?
I don't remember that.
It was
show.
All That.
You can't do that on television. Was a sketch comedy.
There's
show.
a different one after it had Keenan and Kel on it and stuff.
I think you're right. I think it was all that.
I don't remember watching all that.
I, think
I
it was
barely.
all that.
Remember watching Hey Dude. I certainly know what it is. Somebody mentioned Salute Your Shorts in the Slack.
That's a
I
good one.
remember that
Solid.
show.
Super Canadian.
Clarissa. I definitely watched some Clarissa back in
Yeah,
the day.
you didn't watch it for certain reasons, though.
No,
I mean,
I
only watched it for certain reasons.
I watched it for the exact reasons that a young man should watch Clarissa Explains It All. Who was the same,
cat.
basically the
Oh,
same
that's the Teenage
age
Witch. Never mind. I'm thinking of the
as
Teenage
Clarissa. Like she was a contemporary of mine, Jared. There's nothing weird about that. What are you
Okay.
talking about here?
Witch. Sure.
What else is on the
Keep telling
list?
yourself
Though?
that.
Double
What
Dare.
else?
Oh, Double Dare.
Dare.
That's all time. That's GOAT status. Yeah, that's the best one of all time. I can't believe I didn't mention that.
Yeah, I'm a little too old, Jared, and I think maybe you are too for like Legend of the Hidden Temple. I think they came after us.
Should we start having
Yeah.
Patreons be able to submit physical challenges of things we have to do in the rooms that we're in, like during
Only
the
if we can
bonus
have a
show?
giant nose.
Man, you know what? If you support on a certain Patreon tier, we will wear hats, we will shave beards, we will
Tank top.
tank tops. Sure, the guns will come out. I mean, tasteful. It has to be tasteful. That's
So
not
basically,
gay.
you're saying we want to do OnlyFans.
no. Oh shit! Is that what I said? That's
You
not
just
what I
said
meant.
we're the best talk show OnlyFans.
That's not
Yeah.
what I meant at all. No.
All right, guys. No soccer content tonight. We love you. Thank you for
your
supporting
support.
us.
Oh, we
Like you said,
bashed the
hopefully this is
Galaxy. We
Man,
bashed
I
the
know.
Galaxy properly. Yeah.
Yeah, just like every team in the league.
Hey, who's leading the supporter shield standings?
Not us.
A team selling one of their best goal scorers this summer.
Why are you breaking something that's not broken? Like what?
He wanted to go. He wanted to go in January,
He's a
and they're going to get a
malcontent.
large amount of money for him.
He's Brazilian.
Not what they paid for, but
What's he going to do? He wants to go. Yeah.
All
They're going
right.
to lose. They're going to lose money on him. But they're still going to have 1.5 million in GAM.
For people that don't know, we're talking about Brenner.
Brenner.
I'm impressed
Brenner,
you
not
knew who he was, Jared.
Brenner. Yeah.
I read sometimes.
All right. Might be the only
Right,
time
yeah.
I get to say it all year that my team is leading the supporter shield standings. So
I don't
No,
think that's true.
you got a good team down there, out there.
I'm just
over
glad we
there.
didn't have a bet between our two teams this year.
That would have been terrible. That would have been terrible.
All right, guys.
All right, boys. Love you all. Thank you very
And
much for
girls.
watching this. Yeah. Hit us up. Let us know what you want. By the way, since we're here, and I know might be changing things, but you want to check it out, patreon.com/thebestsoccershow. Pretty simple stuff. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. Anything else?
Yeah,
That's
just
it?
know that the tiers that are there right now may be changing in the near future. Perks may be changing in the near future. If you're interested, go ahead and get in now, but just know that we're going to be rehashing that in the near future.
There you go. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.